Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. I know it's been a while since my last video, but I'm so excited to be back. Now it's almost July of 2017 and a lot has happened for us here in the first half of this year. So before I jump right back into a finally more consistent video posting schedule, I thought I'd put together this update video for you, basically giving you a recap on the first half of the year. So first up is probably the most obvious change, and that is my haircut. That's right, I chopped off all my hair about a month ago, and simply because I wanted to change. As a Gemini, if any of you out there can relate to this, I love and thrive on change, and I just like to switch things up every once in a while. So we chopped off all the hair, and we're going with the natural curls of my natural hair. And it's actually perfect for the super hot Florida summer that we are already having. So I'm excited about that as well. My hair tends to grow really fast, so we'll see. Maybe I'll switch it up in a couple months again. Next up is our brand new brick and mortar sewing studio. If you live anywhere near Gainesville, Florida, you may want to check out my new space. It's called the Sewing Coop. It's super cute. I'm super excited to be teaching classes. We've already started teaching several classes and have had some very happy students. This is basically a new space for me to kind of cut back on travel. So this year for 2017, we've made a lot of different changes and tweaks to kind of our business model and the way that we do things. As my kids continue to get older, I don't want to travel as much. Not that I traveled a lot, probably more so this past year or 2 years. And so we're trying to cut that out. So I just went on my last trip. This first half of the year was crazy with trips back to back, doing a bunch of shows and things. And now I'm home. So I'm excited to get back to my video posting schedule with you all and to spend more time with my kids at home. So one of the things that we did was, instead of me having to travel away to teach and things like that for guilds or shops, I decided to open up my own space and have people come take classes from me at a space that's right here in Gainesville, Florida. So if you have friends that live in Florida or you come down here for family vacations, definitely check out our website. It's called the Sewing Coop. Our full class calendar and schedule is there. I'm teaching classes for both children and adults. The youngest kids I'll take are ages 7 and up. And look forward to the schedule. I'm going to be posting up the August schedule coming up with some fun kids camps and things like that at the space. It's not very big. It's about maybe 650 square feet, the front room is. But we have 8 different workstations. I have sewing machines in there. So if you know anybody that's maybe a beginner or has a child that wants to learn how to sew, we have everything they need to get started at the Sewing Coop. So again, we have a website for that called thesewingcoop.com. We also have a fun Facebook page where you can see pictures of all the successful projects that my students have been making. And I'm also doing some weekend workshops and half day and full day events. Going forward, I'm going to be adding some weekend workshops and retreats so that people can plan out a weekend and take a trip down right here to Gainesville, Florida, and take some fun classes with me at the Sewing Coop. Now, we secured the space for the Sewing Coop back in February of this year, and a couple weeks later, we left on a month-long vacation to Costa Rica, which we absolutely loved. If you follow me on any of my social media platforms, you probably caught on to some of those pictures and video clips. My kids, my husband, and I rented a house down in the rainforest on the Caribbean coast, which is where we like to go. We fit in, everybody kind of looks like us, and we don't stand out as tourists, so we can play the local card and just kind of ride the local buses with everybody. And I speak Spanish fluently, so we can just get around. Super fun. We rented a house tucked away in the rainforest. We were washing our clothes by hand, cooking. It was a tiny house. So my husband's like, if we don't kill each other after 30 days in this house, I think we'll be good to go. It was an amazing trip. My kids are homeschooled, as most of you know, and so this was actually their first experience with a real school because we enrolled them in a one-room schoolhouse, which was about 150 meters from the house that we were staying at. It was quite the experience where no one there really spoke English, and the kids absolutely loved it. They made great friends, and they got to practice their Spanish, so that was a lot of fun. Now, after a month vacation, of course it's vacation, but we were still definitely doing work because when you're an entrepreneur, you can't just take 30 days off and not do anything. You constantly have to be working on it, but it was still a good break to be out of the country, away from everything, and waking up to monkeys knocking on your sliding glass door. So we had a lot of fun, and we were definitely itching to get home and hit the ground running when we got back. My husband and I had several business meetings while we were in Costa Rica and doing basically setting out outlines of things that we needed to do, what kinds of new ventures we wanted to tackle and things like that. So we came back and we hit the ground running. I had several shows that I had to vend at, and then I had to get back in town so that I can put kind of all the little final touches, legal paperwork and things like that for the new studio. So that was earlier this summer, I guess late spring, April, May-ish. And now the month of June, we've kind of been playing a little bit of catch up and getting things together. So I'm done with most of my deadlines for now. I've been doing something new, and this is kind of what I'm going to be doing going forward, is doing these live stream videos. And I'll kind of switch them out. I'll be doing some live stream on YouTube and then also on my Facebook page. I've been playing around a little bit with Facebook Live, and they have turned out to be amazing. A lot of you really, really love those live stream formatted videos and are excited to jump into my new venture of video tutorials, which is going to be more garment sewing tutorials. So if you are not a fan of mine or you haven't liked my Crafty Gemini Facebook page, definitely check that out. Just go to Facebook and type in Crafty Gemini. When you follow my page, I want you to go ahead and set your settings so that you will be notified by the Facebook app or Facebook on a desktop about my live stream sessions. So after you click the like button, right next to liked, it'll say following or follow. And when you click that down, you'll see notification settings. And go ahead and check the option that says that it will notify you of any live posts. And that way you won't miss out on any of them. Now, we've been talking about garment sewing in some of these recent live posts. The good thing also is that if you miss it live, it's also recorded and posted right on my Crafty Gemini Facebook page. So the last couple of ones that I've done, just head on over to the Facebook page now and you'll be able to watch those back so you can get caught up and kind of get a sneak peek of what exactly is coming next. Now, one of the things that I'm doing with my live streams is this little fabric challenge where I take suggestions. I hold up a chunk of fabric, a yard or so, whatever I have, and I take suggestions from those of you that are logged on to the live stream for you to tell me specific patterns or what you think that I should turn that fabric into. And then in a future live stream, I show you what I made. So just to give you an example, the most recent one was this little t-shirt. This was only 1 yard of a navy blue rayon jersey fabric that I had, and my friend Carla suggested that I try out the tee. It's a free PDF pattern. If any of you are interested in it, I'll include a link for you in the description box below as usual. And so I gave it a try. I cut it out, I made the top, and then I shared it with everybody in my most recent live stream, which again is posted to my Facebook page. And I gave you basically a little pattern review on it, on what I think, what kind of beginners, what you need to know, and things like that. And I think it turned out super, super cute. It's a simple t-shirt that doesn't have any set-in sleeves. It has more of a dolman style sleeve that's already built in to the front. So it's really just 2 pieces. You have a front, you have a back, and then you have the neckband. Again, I'll include the link for you all to check it out. If it's something that maybe you'd like to see a video tutorial on, go ahead and leave me that in the description, or excuse me, in the comment box below. Leave me a comment and let me know that you want to see a tutorial on this. Now, something else that's going to be coming up, I'm going to be doing an entire series walking you through every single step of the way. So I'm asking for suggestions on what basically is your biggest fear, or what do you feel like you have to overcome in order to tackle garment sewing or making your own clothes. So if you can leave me a comment below, I'll be going through all of those comments and kind of sorting out. That will better enable me to kind of come up with the content for the videos so that in the process of the different tutorials that I'll be posting, I can be answering your questions as best I can. And I almost forgot, one last very important update is that I have a brand new fabric collection out. My new collection is all blacks and whites, and it's called Kinfolk. It's inspired by my ancestry and my DNA results. So it's a really fun, very geometric and graphic kind of fabric collection. They're all blacks and whites, so they look great by themselves if you're into more neutrals like that, or they look amazing with pops of color. I'm gonna be working on a few different video quilt-alongs coming up later this summer for you. So if you're interested in the fabric, I'll include a link below because unfortunately, I've already sold out. We ordered a ton of fabric and I cut it up into different half yard and 1 yard bundles and we're already sold out. but you can get it from any of your independent fabric shops that order from Timeless Treasures. Remember, that's the manufacturer that I designed for. So if you have a local quilt shop that carries Timeless Treasures fabrics, go ahead and let them know about the Kinfolk fabric collection by Vanessa of the Crafty Gemini, and tell them that you want to see it in their inventory, in stock, right? So that you can get it from them. You can buy it on several different vendors online. And again, if you're not able to find it, I will include a link to my friend Laura's online shop where she is carrying the collection as well. And while I'm here in my studio and I definitely have the fabric here, let me just give you a sneak peek of some of the prints in the Kinfolk fabric collection. Here is one that I designed myself, actually by hand. This little arrow block that you see there, I actually created it or carved it out of, or like freehand carved it out of the little things that you can make your own stamps with. And then I stamped it in different directions so that the arrow would be going in different directions. And I absolutely love the way that this print turned out. And I'm actually in the process of making myself some shorts with this. So I'll keep you all tuned in on that. We have some different prints that we have both the black and the white, so like the negatives of each other. Do you see these cool wavy lines? This would be super fun to use as a backing on a quilt, because even with a basic walking foot, you can follow these lines and end up with a really nice and kind of organic looking all over wiggly kind of wavy line quilting design on your project. Okay, here's another one. Very geometric, mud cloth inspired, super fun designs. This one's one of my favorites. Because it has a lot of white in the background, I like to use this for lining pockets or handbag linings. Okay? Really nice, modern, kind of abstract looking and geometric designs. Here are some really cool swirls, which would also make a fun free motion quilting design to try and follow with a walking foot. Probably for this, if you're going to go with the tighter curls, I would use the free motion quilting foot. But again, something different. And then here's the negative of that print. Okay, the white background and the black lines. This is the large scale design in the collection. It's a really pretty floral. My kids already want to take some fabric markers to it, and I'm going to let them do it because I think that would be such a fun idea. Another thing would be, if you're into hand embroidery, to add some amazing pops of color to this by hand embroidering the print. How pretty is that? I love it. Okay, next one. Another small, if you know me, you know I like these small print designs, because you can cut them up and make piping, your quilt bindings and things like that, that even if you're working with really small strips, you can still make out the design and it doesn't get lost because the design motif is so small, okay? And then, of course, the negative of that with the white background and the same black markings. The wavy lines that I showed earlier, here's the negative of that one with the white background. So pretty, okay? And because I designed both handbags, or not even both, a bunch of different things, whether it's kitchen stuff, home decor, garments, bags, or quilts, I like to design fabric collections that work well across that huge variety of projects as well. So if you're like me, you know that this stuff is going to work for whatever projects you're making. Here's another fun one, okay? It's kind of an all over, really abstract feel. It has a little bit of black in the background, but mostly is the white markings, okay? And I only grabbed a couple of the prints. These are just some off scraps that I have, but I think that's it for now. The collection features 11 prints and then a couple of the hatch, it's called hatch, and they're kind of like these cross-hatching wavy, not wavy, they're kind of like all over the place lines. It's a really modern fabric that Timeless Treasures has with their basics. So that's basically a background print that's a tonal, kind of a tone-on-tone print, and it comes in a variety of colors. So we chose several of those to coordinate with my black and white prints. And then we have some also different pops of color that I'm using in some of the quilts that I've designed for the collection. Now, if any of you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I will be gathering up all your information, your comments, and your tutorial suggestions so that I can put together some fun new videos coming up next. And that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video recap of the first half of 2017. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit it with the thumbs up below. Share it across the different social media sites, and don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next video.